আসসালামু আলাইকুম, কিউরা, নমস্কার, namaste, good afternoon. Hello everyone, thank you for having me. My name is Jahan Hasrat Mukul. I am President of Bangladesh Association New Zealand Incorporated. I am going to be speaking to you today about solace to inner peace to fight against pandemic COVID-19. Ramadan Mubarak, Alhamdulillah, we completed the final 12 days of Ramadan and are entering to next 10 days of Maghfirat, means forgiveness of Allah. May we all forgive each other before seeking forgiveness from Allah. May Allah rescue all my friends, communities and friends from COVID-19 attack and bless them all with good health and peaceful mind. Islamic law, like humanitarian work, is based on the border principle of do not harm. In times of crisis, Islamic practice can be adopted and we need to communicate there to keep people safe. Like religious justification for a mosque closure during times of crisis, the religious obligation to self-isolate of one exhibits symptoms or is at risk, and the safe adaptations to traditional Islamic burial practices that would better proceed frontline workers. It also offers spiritual console and consultations to the loved ones of those who process away from COVID-19. The guidance provides the basis within Islamic law and also medical understanding of the discussed so far for Muslim communities to adapt the guidelines to their particular context around the world. Islam is a practical religion that offers us different methods for dealing with different situations. The tools and information we need are there already. But it is a matter of ensuring that people have the knowledge they need to fight misinformation and misunderstanding that cost lives. The guidance has been shared with and developed in consultation with the World Health Organization as well as international and agencies. It will be used by Islamic relief teams across the world who will spread them to at-risk communities where they work. Building on lessons learned during the Ebola crisis, where certain faith practices like traditional burials were inflaming the health crisis, we feel it is critical to issue guidelines on safe behaviors. This includes religious justification for ending collective worship when it is not safe to do so, and also religious explanations on safe burial practices. We hope that by making it clear that we all have a collective responsibility to save lives, outlining our primary obligations to protect the lives of those around us. The guidelines will give aid workers and communities of faith around the world the resources and clarity that they need amidst this crisis. We also hope it will offer some spiritual consolation to those who may be unable to seek solace in religious practices in the usual way at the challenging time. Thank you so much.